Writing a book is relatively easy, but editing, I found out, is very hard. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. One of my New Year's resolutions for 2020 was to finally write the book of the beginning of my business journey. I've been self employed for 11 years now, and it took me 8 years to break through the $1 million per year in revenue threshold. That's a long time, and there's a tremendous amount to be learned there. So I decided that for my resolution, I've been thinking about writing a book for a long time, but I didn't really know what I wanted to write about. That seemed like a very relevant topic, and I get asked a lot by new entrepreneurs how I did it. And so I wanted to put all of that into a book, which is exactly what I've done. I wrote it in the course of about a month by getting up at 5 a.m. and I would write for about 2 hours, between 1 and 3 hours in reality, every single day if I could. But it's honestly about three to five times a week, 1 to 3 hours a day. And in about a month, including some weekends, I was able to bang it out. And it's like 75,000 words when I was done. That was relatively easy. The much harder part I have discovered is editing. As a matter of fact, as I record this, it is January 11th, 2021. The book is still not done, but it's also been edited 5 times right now. The written book has been edited 5 times, twice by me, and then 3 times by a professional editor. The professional editor once moved paragraphs around in what's called developmental editing. Moved paragraphs around, dropped chapters, told me I needed to write more here, stuff like that. Basically, got the book better organized. Then she did a line by line, word by word edit. And then once the graphic artist had laid out every single page, which I didn't realize that was a thing. Yes, every single page and every single sentence needs to be laid out by a graphic artist to make sure that things like one word doesn't drop down onto a line by itself, right? He does stuff like that. But after he touched the manuscript by, applying all of his graphics work and whatnot to it, he's like, look, you really need to have it edited again, proofread it. So she proofread it. I also, at the same time, I recorded the audiobook and I found issues too. So that fifth edit was really two edits, if you will, because the editor did one final sweep and she found some issues. And then I read it and I found issues as well. A lot of them were in common with one another, but I was like, I cannot believe like there's still issues with this editing. So really 5 or 6 times the written book has been edited. That is now back with the graphic artist and he is working on finalizing that. That should be done in a couple days. Oh, I hope. The audio also needs to be edited. So I recorded a bunch of audio and now the audio editor is splicing all the pieces together, removing when I screwed up a word, stuff like that. And that's going to take a couple of days. I won't get that back for another week or two. So both books are basically in editing still, and it's been like months. It's crazy. So yeah, big lesson learned when it comes to writing a book. And like, if you're thinking of writing a book, then okay, what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to lay out an actual project timeline. Imagine that. If you have a project, you should have a timeline. But editing is going to be a big, big part of that. It'll take a month or two to write it, and then probably 5 or 6 months to edit it and to get it all straight. And then really another 1 to 2 months once it's all done to just like put on the finishing touches. Anyways, my book is really, 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 really close to being done and out there on Amazon. By the time you listen to this, hopefully it'll be out there. It's called $1 Million Journey. Again, my name is Erik J. Olson. If you would check it out, I'd appreciate it. How much more successful would you be if you could harness the experience of a group of successful business owners? If you could learn from their successes and avoid mistakes they've made in the past? Array Mentors provides the framework and the guidance to help you find your way, get you on the right path, and accelerate your journey to more money and more success. Check out the details at arraymentors.com.